Hey, what's up, gamers? Jordan here with Way Too Many Games, bringing you another E3 hands-on impression. This video we're going to be talking about the Riftbreaker by EXON Studios.
Don't worry, Mr. Riggs.
This is actually a pretty big surprise for me. I didn't really know anything about the game. I didn't look it up beforehand, before I went to my the presentation for it. When I arrived, it was a very small booth in the South Hall.
That's true.
There was only two setups, and they were jam-packed in the between a whole line of other people, you know, showing off their stuff. I believe it's a fairly small studio, but you know, it wasn't flashy, it wasn't anything like this. So you know, expectations were low. I didn't really know anything about it, but it turned out to be one of my more anticipated games that I got to play. It was just a really fun game. Basically, what it is it's a base building survival action RPG, and the combat's like twin stick shooting. So you play as Captain Ashley Nowak, something like that. An elite scientist commando who takes control of this mech. She calls it Mr. Riggs. And this mech is able to jump through these rifts that can take you to different planets, link you to planets and back to Earth and whatnot.
Like a hive of some sort.
You can't go back to Earth. That's the point of the game, is you get sent to this planet, a one-way rift. Planet is Galatea 37. Something like that. I'm terrible at pronouncing these things. But you get sent there, one-way trip, and you have to terraform, you have to build a base, get it basically ready for for the humans to come. You have to build another rift and start a new colonization. And of course, when you get there, the native monsters and nasty things alike don't like that you're there. So they're going to be constantly fighting you. They're going to be coming and destroying your base.
Give us some time to build up our base.
And you're going to have to fight them back while trying to build a rift and collect these resources.
It looks like we've really made them mad this time. We have to build up more defenses.
The rift to Earth. The demo starts off. I already had a pretty basic stage or building there with defenses. I already had a few different things set up. I didn't really get to see what every little thing was or what they did. But right away I get attacked by a swarm of monsters.
Base is under attack.
And well, I guess the indigenous creatures, you know, we're the aliens there. But the hordes are large. They're big, and you're equipped with a big sword in your right hand and a minigun in your left. And you can change the minigun to a rocket launcher, and you can change your sword to a shield. You also have different items you can use, like landmines or a wrench to repair yourself if you're damaged. But the twin stick shooting felt really nice. The gore when you kill these enemies, you know, they blow up in a big chunk of bloody, misty nastiness, and it feels visceral, it feels nice. And the visuals, that's what really kind of helps sell it. The visuals are really nice, and at first I thought they were running like an Unreal Engine or something, but it's an in-house engine, but it looks fantastic. The texture work is great. The lighting is dynamic. They have a full day-night cycle. The shadows are dynamic. But yeah, it just looks really good. The foliage is thick and full, has different biomes, has cool alien-looking plants. But then, yeah, one mission I had to go and kill or destroy a whole nest of aliens, because if I didn't, they would attack my bases more frequently. So I had to go there, big fight, massive creatures, like something straight out of Starship Troopers. There's huge beastie things. Some will spawn other enemies. These little dog-like looking things, they'll rush at you in big packs. There's some that'll stand off in the back and shoot projectiles at you. You know, there's a whole array of different type of enemies. So, you know, while the hordes of the dog packs are coming at you, you can just be wiping out with your sword while using your other hand to shoot the guys in the back. So the twin stick combat felt great. Then I had to go find a steel ore reserve or resource place, so I could throw down a factory there and start pumping out resources. Since it is a survival base building game, you're going to be using resources for everything: building, defense, upgrading yourself, eventually upgrading all your bases and everything. So and then that's when you build your first rift to transport in between bases. And this was actually really nice because there's no loading screens. No matter how far off in the map you go to set a base and a rift, you just go into your menu, the map menu, pick the rift, and you're instantly there. So there's no loading ever in the game. And it felt really nice because there was multiple times where I'd be way over defending my steel base or bolstering its defenses, and my main base was getting attacked. Just boom, quickly rift over there, defend, and then head back. So it was really nice, really quick, really easy. My only issue was because I was using a controller. It is coming to consoles later. Not determined. It's coming to Steam sometime in 2020. They haven't announced. But the only issue I had was with the controller. When you're building your defenses, going through those menus isn't as intuitive or smooth as the combat was with the twin stick. So there's something that they already know and they're working on, and hopefully that gets resolved by the time the console version is done. So after I got the steel reserve, I went back to my main base. You know, they built this up like, oh, your base is going to be attacked, and, you know, they put down a countdown timer, and sure enough, this massive horde comes in, and apparently it's impossible to defend against because they sent like an in-game horde wave to you when you only have a tiny bit of defenses. But it was just like a taste of what crazy crap's gonna happen later on in the game, and I had a great time. It was really fun, and they also have this a feature that they're working on where they're integrating the game community features with the main like Twitch or Mixer community features, where if you're part of the community and you're watching a streamer, you can actually interact with that streamer. So periodically what will happen is it'll pop up where you'll be able to rapidly tap on a button to provide the player with extra ammo if they're running out of ammo during a fight. Or you could be a dick and send in more enemies. So they're balancing that, making sure trolls don't come in and just like ruin someone's game, sending in a bunch of waves of enemies. But I thought it was cool, just a different, try and get the community and the player more interactive together. I would totally be into that. That'd be really cool to try out. But that was about it. Demo wasn't very long, probably took 10-15 minutes. But I got a good feel of the game. It looked beautiful, it sounded beautiful. The building survival elements were really nice. Just the controller implementation of the building needed a little bit of work. But other than that, I suggest keep your eye out on it. I have the links to their social and the Discord down below, so in the description. So check all that out, and we'll see you on our next video. Thank you.